Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Public Cloud Design Tips and Tricks. In this channel, we generally discuss about public cloud design problem statement and their related solution. Today, we are going to discuss about service mesh. The problem statement here is how to get out-of-the-box observability features for highly dynamic microservice environment. To realize this, service mesh is the solution. Whenever you are implementing microservice-based architecture, Kubernetes is the way to go. But when you are realizing the Kubernetes infrastructure along with your business logic, the developer has to focus on multiple other aspects like communication between the services, security between the services, monitoring and traceability implementation, retry mechanism implementation. So along with all this implementation, the developer has to focus on the business logic. So to realize this in a fastest way, service mesh is coming to picture. Service mesh is telling you focus on your business logic and you can configure rest of the configuration stuff like communication, security, monitoring, tracing, retry mechanism as a proxy pattern, and you can run it as a sidecar pattern inside your pod. That means the proxy will be deployed to all the pod along with a standard configuration and it will be applied everywhere, so that the developer will be only focusing on the business logic and rest of the thing will be taken care by service mesh. This is the basic need behind a service mesh. Now, what is Open Service Mesh? OSM is a lightweight, extensible, cloud-native service mesh which is being used to secure the communication between the services in AKS. That means when you have multiple services inside your AKS, inside your Kubernetes cluster, and you want to make the security much more stronger in an efficient way, that is where the Open Service Mesh is coming to picture. Now, when do you need Open Service Mesh? OSM can be used on various AKS scenarios. The first scenario is to encrypt the communication between the service endpoints deployed in the cluster. That means inside your clusters, you have multiple service endpoints which has been deployed, and you want to encrypt the traffic between these service endpoints. There you can realize this via the OSM. Second, enable the traffic authorization of both HTTP and HTTPS along with in TCP traffic. So you can do the authorization mechanism in a secure way in HTTP and HTTPS as well as the TCP traffic. Third, configuration weighted traffic controls between two or more services for A and B testing or canary deployments. That means when you want to do a weighted routing, that means 10% of the traffic should go to one service endpoint, 90% of the traffic should go to another service endpoint. That type of configuration, that type of routing controls can be implemented with OSM. Fourth, collect and view KPIs from the application traffic. You can collect the KPIs from your traffic and you can do an analysis over it. So these are all basic need. This is why you should use OSM. Now, Open Service Mesh for Azure Arc. Azure Arc, as you know, Azure Arc is also integrated with Kubernetes based architecture. That's where you can realize OSM, where the OSM extension is a managed service mesh for Azure Arc based Kubernetes. There you can do MTLS, that means mutual TLS, traffic encryption between your microservices. Second, traffic splitting for canary and blue-green deployment. As we have discussed, you can route the traffic based on the blue-green deployment or the canary deployment where you can do the weighted routing. The splitting of traffic can be realized. Fine-grained access control for policies for microservices communicating over HTTP, TCP along with gRPC. These are all three protocols which has been supported. Observability for application performance. That means you want to check the application performance, that you want to observe how the application is performing or behaving, or in that case that optimization can be observed via the Open Service Mesh architecture. Fourth one, traffic control for ingress with various tools such as Contour or many others, where you can do the traffic controls via these tools. And also the fifth one, like progressive delivery with Flagger, that is also can be implemented with Open Service Mesh for Azure based Arc solution. These are all data that I have gathered from Microsoft document by following the OSM chapters. I will share the links in the video description. Please follow it. If you like the video, then don't forget to share it and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.